Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night when you see this. So this is going to be continuing with, sorry, I was just checking the volume. We're going to be continuing with the March 2024 readings with bones and charms. So we're going to continue tonight with the readings for Taurus and for Gemini. All right, so everybody is welcome wherever you may have Taurus and Gemini in your chart. And so we're going to do a quick sound bell here in a few moments, and then we're going to go ahead and get started here. So yes, these are general readings meant for multiple people. These readings are timeless. They're meant for March 2024, but they could resonate a couple months before or even a couple months after. So whenever they may resonate for you. And if they don't resonate for you, that's okay too. Never force it. Always check out your other placements. For instance, what your sun, moon, and rising is, because depending on what's going on in your life, you may resonate more with your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna light a little bit of incense as well to kind of clear the energy from the previous reading, right? And it's always just, smells really good. This is dragon's blood, which is good for protection, and it just smells really good. All right, what else here? So yeah, we did the astrology notes for everyone for March 2024, which is in the first video before this. And there are timestamps in that video. So you can just watch the astrology notes, or just watch the Pisces, or just watch the Aries. All right, so whatever works for you guys. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick sound bell here and then get started. We're going to clear the bones and the charms again from the previous energies reading. All right. So if you are sensitive to sound or listening with headphones, you can just turn it down for a little bit. But yeah, this is a good time to check in with your body, take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided. And it's a good way for me to check in with my guides, make sure that I'm delivering the messages as clearly as possible to you guys from spirit, from the spirits, guardian angels, ancestors, etc. All right. And also sound is a great way to clear the bones and charms as well from the previous energy. And it's also, you can just do it with intention. Some people can't do smoke or they can't do sound. You can also just do it with your intention. All right. But I like to try to do it, all three of them if I can. All right. So this is going to be for Taurus. All right. That was a pretty good one. Okay, so Taurus, let's see what we have coming up for you for March 2024. When I shake and shuffle the bones and charms, it can get a little bit loud, so just be patient with me as I do that. I want to make sure again that we're getting the best options for the reading. All right, so here we go. Spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Ursa and Taurus the Bull for March 2024. What does Taurus need to see? What does Taurus need to know for their highest good? Messages for Ursa and Taurus the Bull for March 2024. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Actually, I'll do that back for a second. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Ursa and Taurus the Bull for March 2024. Messages for Ursa and Taurus the Bull for March 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus for Ursa and Taurus the Bull. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Ursa and Taurus. comfortable where they need to sit to know. Alright, so once we get into it, I will take the camera off and I'll hold it with one hand so you can see everything more up close, since there are a lot of small pieces here. I'm just going to go through really quick and see if there's any of them that I can flip over, you know, without affecting the other ones too much here. Okay. Looks pretty good. I don't want to move too many of them. Again, because I don't want to affect the other stuff. Alright. Okay, so let's see here, Taurus. We'll go ahead and take your picture and then we'll get started here. I'm going to move the incense over a little bit. Remember that this is for Taurus. I will post the pictures after the reading is done, and I just put them on my Facebook in case people want to see it more up close in detail, that kind of thing. Alrighty. Okay, so I do have some background music here just for the dogs and a little bit of ambient music. Sometimes there's commercials and I have to turn it down, but hopefully it's not too distracting. Alright. So let's see here, Taurus, what we have for you coming up for March. All right, so let's take this little camera down here and get situated and see kind of where Spirit wants me to start. So for every reading, there's going to be different places where I would start. So just give me a moment while I figure out where they want me to start. Okay. It's definitely like right here. I was feeling that too when I was flipping stuff over. So we're going to go ahead and start where the buckeye is and the little baby here. And then we'll kind of see exactly again where Spirit wants me to go. But let's see how close I can get here without, there we go. All right, so Taurus, let's see here for March. All right. This is so beautiful, Taurus. Let me pull back a little bit. So you have this turkey wishbone here, and inside the turkey wishbone, you've got the snake vertebrae, and the turkey wishbone is touching the raccoon penis, which is also touching this yes coin. Okay, so it's a flipper coin. It's got a yes and no, and you've got a yes here. So it looks like, Taurus, if there's something that you are wishing for, it's a yes. Okay, you've got a lot of beautiful supportive energy with the vertebrae inside here of the wishbone. Now also this little baby here, it can represent an actual child, but it doesn't have to be. It's really more of a representation of your inner child or some type of youthful energy. Okay, so it's like whatever you've been wishing for or working for, there's a lot of supportive energy around it, a lot of masculine energy here with the raccoon penis bone. It can be more masculine energy showing up in the 3D world in some way. Now this is so beautiful. I don't know why, Taurus, but it's like this baby, there's a lot of stuff under the baby we'll get into, but it's touching and leaning against your buckeye here. So this can represent money or abundance or whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. But it's like your wish is coming true, your wish is supported again, and all this really big yes here, this youthful energy and this abundance. So what a great place to start, Taurus. I mean, damn. I don't remember exactly where I have Taurus in my chart, but I'm like, okay. Sounds good to me. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move over the buckeye a little bit and the baby to kind of see where we're going to start underneath here. So I'll just kind of put them very gently over here. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get a little bit closer here too. Right directly kind of under the baby is the ship, okay? The ship is touching, looks like the bat here. The bat's touching the lightning bolt. There's also the yin yang here, okay? So this can be talking about something here related to inner child or children, or this youthful energy. It could have something to do with travel or ideas of travel, or something to do with water here, Taurus. With the bat, there's a lot of good luck and balance, okay, connected to all of this. Bats also talk about echolocation and working together as a team. Now, you know, this all is touching, it was touching the baby, it was touching the buckeye, right? But also underneath the raccoon penis, we see on the other side, we've got the book here. We've got the symbol for masculine energy, and we have also the skeleton hand, okay? So could be here, Taurus, that there's a lot of knowledge that is something that you either already know or is coming to you. It could be from this masculine energy that's on the other side in the spirit world. So it could be someone that you know that passed away, or it could be further back in your line, your family line, your ancestor. But you've got also the raccoon penis bone here touching the skeleton hand, which is touching again the masculine symbol. Okay, if you can see it right there, I just pulled it back under, push it back where it was. Now underneath that, which is really interesting, that never happens, I'm going to just pick it up for a second. You've got the masculine and feminine symbol together. They're usually spread like way far apart, okay? But again, you also have that raccoon penis bone here. So it's like, I don't know exactly where your oh, it's over here. Okay, so we'll get to that. But this energy here, Taurus, is like there's a masculine and feminine energy, more, you know, leaning on the kind of masculine energy here of, again, someone from the spirit world that has knowledge for you, that has is connected to your happiness as well, okay? They could have some kind of knowledge from the spirit world about something to do with your diet here, Taurus. Okay, now again, that can be your physical diet, what you're actually eating, right, when we see the fork, but it also could be your spiritual diet or your mental diet, right? But it's really something here, Taurus, that they want you to listen to. Okay, so if I flip this over, this is a seashell, right? So this is feminine energy, sorry, hold on, coming in. Okay, and it is about listening to something. So it could be that you need to listen more, or you're going to listen more to this kind of spiritual masculine and feminine energy that's coming in, that wants you to focus on these diet themes. Now this is something you could have already been working on and really striving for here with the alligator claw, and it's so cute the way it's kind of like tucked right under it. Okay, so it's, again, could have something to do with money, but doesn't necessarily have to be. It's just really what you're striving for. Now over here, hopefully it'll focus a little bit more. We do have the lock. Okay, so if I pull it out, you can see it. But this lock can talk about something that has felt like stagnant energy in the past, and perhaps really, you know, was stressing you out here, Taurus, with this raccoon. Oh, why did I just lose my words? And it's not a raccoon, it's a snake vertebrae. Okay, so back up, that's a snake vertebrae. And the snake vertebrae, on top of it, this is the dog ankle bone. So the snake vertebrae talks about breathing, if we think about our ribs, right? So it can be constriction, but could also be breathing and needing to breathe more. So it's like, as you listen to this kind of masculine and feminine energy from the spirit world about how you can alter your physical diet, your mental diet, your spiritual diet, then it can free up some of this stagnant energy here and have you breathe more. And you know, it's not just your physical body breathing, right? Again, mental, spiritual, everything, but it's like the more that you have this flexibility coming in here, Taurus, since you are earth sign, and you know, one of the stereotypes can be that you can be a little bit stubborn, but every sign can be stubborn, right? So it's it's just more this flexibility coming in here and stopping that constrictive energy, which is really nice to see. Now, if we flip this little guy over, this is the symbol for Saturn, okay? So it was resting here, touching the first raccoon penis bone that we were talking about here. So we have a lot of placements for everybody as far as astrology throughout this year 2024. So Saturn is also another kind of Earth Capricorn energy here, Taurus. But it's just kind of sitting there. I don't feel like that those necessarily Saturn placements are going to hinder you in any way. I feel like the opposite, like it's helping you manifest things in the 3D physical world, again with that beautiful big yes coin right there in the middle. Now I want to see kind of what's under it here. So, a lot. Okay, we'll come back to that. Oh, a lot going on there. But yeah, let's see, you know, what else is under here first. It's like we kind of went up and around, and we're going to go back down here again. But you've got another symbol here, Taurus. This is the listening bells. I don't want to move it, but just take my word for it. And the listening bells are touching the turtle, and they're also right here. This group is the witch, the key, and the elephant, okay? And the elephant here is touching the first thing that we started with as far as the charms. It's touching the ship here. So this can, you know, be talking about memories. So elephant is memory. Elephants remember everything. Okay, so there could be some kind of memory about travel or something about water here, or traveling with a friend. With the witch here, she's my symbol for friend. And we have the key. So it's like answers can come from friends, can come from some kind of memory of travel, or something about working together as a team, again, because the boat is touching the bat. Okay. Now, if we go this way here, Taurus, we have the rope here kind of off on its own. We've got one of the honeybees here very close to another shell. And then we've got the coffin kind of way out here. So I'm going to move back your Buckeye and your baby, which was right here. It's kind of like that. Something like that. All right. But yeah, this rope can symbolize like the changing of seasons, something moving, right? And it's kind of, it is not directly like in the wishbone area, but it's very close. So it's like almost like you're wishing here, Taurus, for these ideas to come in faster, or for the seasons to change faster, or the cycle, or something ending, beginning. It's like you're kind of wishing for that in a weird way, not exactly, but kind of. And it could have something to do with listening to your innate power and your individuality. Okay, so the bee, they all work together for the queen bee, but individually on their own they make a lot of effort and have a lot of power. So it could be here that's something that you need to remember or listen to find ways to tap back into that energy here. I feel again with the coffin kind of, you know, pointing from the wishbone, and then again the rope up here. It's like you're wishing for the seasons to change, something to end, something to beginning. It's like I'm done with something here with the coffin, okay? For a small few of you guys, it could be that some of you are it's weird. It's like you're anticipating possibly someone passing on, or you're anticipating sorry, my throat here. You're anticipating something to do with the spiritual world. Again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like it's part of the outer part of your story here. Okay, we talked more about the inner stuff here. This is more like maybe outside stuff going on, but yeah, let's kind of go back this way and see what else we have. So I can see here, Taurus, that if we said, you know, again, this is kind of like the beginning of the month, let's say, and then mid-month, there's a little bit of like some hiccup stuff here, but then really good stuff definitely towards the end of the month, okay? And not even hiccup per se, it's just more of something that, you know, needs to be looked at. Okay, so I say that because over here where we kind of talked about the skeleton arm and your star and your fork, right, the star is also touching, this is the cat eye right here. Okay, so the cat eye can talk about something that you're not seeing clearly. It could have something to do with a little bit of masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, right? We all have masculine and feminine. Now what was underneath the cat's eye, I'm going to flip it, is the seashell. Okay, and so the seashell can be something from the past or something that we're like longing for. Okay, hold on here, I'm trying to put it back the way it was. All right, close enough. But no, I want it like under the way it was, kind of. There we go. And this was touching that. Okay, so this thing, you know, this cat's eye, and they call it a cat's eye because it kind of does look like a cat's eye if you put it that way, right? It's kind of hard to see here, but cats have the ability to see things that we humans can't see, right? I don't know the scientific words for it, but they've got some kind of extra stuff going on within the eye, so they can see stuff that we can't see. So this cat eye is showing up here to wants you to see something that it can see, right? Cats are definitely, you know, just like dogs and a lot of animals, really connected to the spiritual world. But it was also kind of touching or very close to the lizard here, the healing symbol. Okay, a lot of healing going on here, Taurus. It could be in the home or something to do with the home because we have the chair over here. But let's see what's under here, because right now it looks like we've got the rabbit's foot. That is for good luck, of course. It's sitting on top of, though, really interestingly, the irresponsibility coin, okay, which is also leaning against the cranium or the head. Now over here, I'm going to flip it. We got the symbol for Capricorn touching. Okay, so throughout this month, Taurus, you could be having something to do with the Capricorn or Capricorn season, or where Capricorn is uniquely in your birth chart can give you some more answers. But it feels like not necessarily on your part, but it could be a little bit. It's hard to say, again, because it is a general reading. Sorry, let me turn that down. But it's like there's this irresponsibility aspect, and it could be that maybe someone or some energy is being irresponsible with their normal good luck, or being irresponsible also around possibly a message about money. Okay, so right here, down here, we have the symbol for a letter. Okay, it doesn't have to be a physical letter, it could be an email or something, whatever, but it has something to do with money. So it could be here, Taurus, that you are thinking about some aspect in your life or someone's life that you're dealing with, or the general energy in your environment. There's something about this irresponsibility. It's not directly attached to money because it's not touching, but it's something going on here. Now, when we think about a rabbit's foot, okay, because it was sitting on top, right, like that, it's about good luck, but it's also, people use it for gambling, right? They use it to try to bring more money in. So I don't feel like that's what you're doing, but I feel like this rabbit's foot is like, stop. Okay, it's like trying to hit you in the head, like, stop whatever this irresponsibility is. It could be that you're overworking something here, Taurus, because of the Capricorn energy. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. But this is really your only hiccup, you could say, like in the reading. But the good luck is still coming, like, regardless. Okay. And also, if there was some type of message, letter, document that you receive about money, it could be like, oh, it's just a little small thing of money. It's not a big one. Well, no, it could be something really big later, right? Or develop into something really big later, because again, you have the rabbit's foot coming in there and being like, bam, okay. So again, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But yeah, let's see what else we have here for you, Taurus, coming up for March. Okay, sorry, I was just fixing the music there. Now over here, really beautifully, okay, this is your second, okay, you have your first raccoon penis bone here, if we pull out for a second, right, where we had that yes coin. Then down here we go to that wishbone and the snake vertebrae inside of it, beautiful, right? But that's all it is resting on top of your second raccoon penis bone here. So again, lots of masculine energy showing up here. There could be something that you've been dreaming for here, Taurus, about something to do with your North Star, about your dreams, about your goals, your aspirations, about where you find your freedom and also your security. But look, we got a 4-leaf clover there. Okay, so how beautiful is that? All right, so again, lots of good luck here showing up throughout the month here, Taurus. There is something with this masculine energy that you've been striving for or trying to find a piece to the puzzle, and then it's resting. Maybe someone's posting a listing. I don't know why I keep saying listing. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. But this puzzle piece, right, is resting on top of the Cupid. Okay, so Cupid could be a symbol for romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be platonic love or even self-love. But over here with this claw, it's something that you or someone or some energy around you has been striving for, to find some kind of piece to the puzzle here. Okay, but it's like, again, I feel like this is very supportive energy because the arrow from Cupid is also touching, okay, that second large raccoon penis bone. So it's like, I'm going to help you, this love, whatever it is, I'm going to help you find that piece to the puzzle. I'm going to help you with your manifestations, with this kind of masculine energy that could show up in the 3D world. All right, got a little piece of hair here I got to move. All right. So here, Taurus, really beautifully, you see the broom, okay, resting on top of the angel coin. And underneath the angel coin, looks like we've got the bicycle here. We also have the feather. The feather is touching the human teeth bone, which is resting on top of the crown. And then we've got the question mark over here. So I just want to lift this up for a second and make sure there's nothing else under there. Nope, that's it. All right. So Taurus, this can be, I love when I see the broom and the feather close together. They're usually not, okay? It's different for every reading, but they're both symbols for clearing, right? And so there can be some type of angelic presence, spirit guides, guardian angels that want you to do some kind of deep clearing here. And it's something that you could have already been thinking about or digesting or chewing on, right, with the human teeth bone. It could have something to do with travel, transportation, but it's also connected to some type of either leveling up or dealing with somebody in authority or some type of confidence here, okay? It could be something that you've been really thinking about, like how can, you know, I or someone else or my group or my team or my environment, how can we level up? How can we, you know, come from a place of authority or power or more confidence? Or it could be that you've been thinking about or digesting who really has the power. Do they deserve it? Where does their confidence come from? So it's almost like this is a good kind of energy as far as it doesn't make you too paranoid, right? But kind of questioning like who's in power and who has confidence, and is it real, and what does that mean for me? But there's all this kind of clearing energy around it again. You started off your reading over there again with that baby, okay, on top of the ship. So it's like a lot of two different references here. Really big feels like for travel or something to do with water. Water more with the baby over here. Here more we've got the bicycle, okay? But nice energy. Now over here, kind of all by itself, Taurus, we've got the symbol for Leo, the lion, right? Could be referencing someone who's a Leo or Leo season or somewhere where you have Leo in your chart. Or it could just be the general aspects of Leo, talking about courage and strength. And so I want it to be right here, but it can't be that close until the clearing happens, right? So it's like after the clearing here, Taurus, then you can get more into that Leo energy, the strength, the courage, the passion, the creativity. Leo also talks about youthful energy, and that's what we started your reading here with that baby, child, youthful energy, inner child kind of spiritual energy as well. Okay, so let's go back up over this way. This is kind of where they want the reading to end and go that way. But yeah, so far, not so bad, right, Taurus? There is, again, going back to this turtle here, there is something possibly that this masculine energy wants you to slow down a little bit with, or listen to some type of masculine energy. It could be that you have just been picking up on what the Saturn energy so far this year has been teaching you, something about slowing down, okay? And so if we generally talk about Taurus energy, earth energy, it can be slow, just like Capricorn or Virgo, right? All the earth signs. But it's almost like, if other people are frustrated by this, it doesn't affect you the same way. It doesn't feel like a blockage, okay? So that's really beautiful. All right, let's come up in here now and see where we've got a lot of kind of concentrated of charms underneath this. So we'll just move the yes over and remember that that was there. All right, let's see here, Taurus. We've got the Pisces symbol here attached to the safety pin. The safety pin is leaning on this human teeth bone. We've got the hummingbird, okay? They're sitting on top both of the handcuffs, okay? If we move the hummingbird over, we've got this the fall symbol here, the leaf, right? This really makes me feel, Taurus, like there is something about this Pisces season that we're in until right about March 19th, I think we switched to Aries, that feels really safe to you, or you feel safe more in Pisces energy, or there's a Pisces person or Pisces season, or somewhere where you have Pisces in your chart, right? It could also just be going with the flow. If we look at the two fish here kind of swimming together, it's in a circle, and it makes me think of the yin and yang, or going with the flow, or just this kind of unending energy that's just really flowing here. A lot of beautiful water energy. Again, you could feel more safe when you're connecting with water here, Taurus. But I feel that you really feel that possibly in some way here, Taurus, that there's something that's making you feel more tied down with the handcuffs here, and perhaps it's saying that until you again do that clearing, you take away, excuse me, turn this down, you take away stuff that no longer serves you, or that is dead or old, right, as a metaphor. With that, let me just move the hummingbird because it's hard for you to see. There we go. So we've got the leaf here. So the leaf can symbolize something to do with fall season, wherever you are in the world. But if it's not that, it's something you're chewing and digesting over again. How can I get rid of the old and make room for the new? And how does this affect my freedom to be myself with the hummingbird? And then you also have another symbol for personal freedom, which is the humming let me slow down there. The honeybee, okay? We've got two different kind of bees here. We had the other one back over here. Now we've got another one here. So, yeah, I feel like this is something you've really been striving for and chewing over and digesting with the human teeth bone. This personal freedom, this individuality to be who you are, is something that's been very challenging for you as of late, or could be further back, right? We've got the mountain symbol here. But the more that you, let me flip this just because it's there. The more that you, Taurus, here, you know, kind of get into your individual power, not necessarily care what people think, right? The hummingbird flies backwards. The other birds are like, what's wrong with that bird? That bird is special ed, or, you know, whatever they want to say. I shouldn't say that. But you know what I mean? It's like, No, actually the hummingbird is the fastest bird. So even though it like may look like it's doing something that's not right, or the other birds are like something's wrong with it, it's really so beautiful and it's getting the sweetest nectar, right? So the more, Taurus, that you can tap in to this energy of your own personal power, how you serve the collective, yes, but also how your individual power is being felt, and not necessarily caring what other people think, and letting go of ego. The more that you can do that, it's like there's this beautiful leap of faith here with the frog, right? And so the frog is attached to the honeybee, and the frog is also touching the cup here, okay? So the cups talk about our emotions, and so beautifully the cup is also on the other side here. I can't move it because it's just too much to move. We've got the fish underneath, so prosperity. We have the twin doves on top. So the more here, Taurus, that you can embrace this leap of faith, if it's about you or someone else, a multiple people general environment situation, it's going to bring about beautiful emotional flow that brings more prosperity and that brings more peaceful energy here for you. Okay, so just so you can see, there's the doves, okay, and underneath we've got the fish. Okay, fish is also touching this is the raccoon penis bone. Okay, so a lot of masculine energy here. Even though we've got a lot of emotional water energy, it's also very masculine. Okay, but it is also like right close to it, we've got the scissors, and we've got the horseshoe. Okay, so the horseshoe is for good luck. So it's like, it's almost like spirit here is saying, Taurus, the more you can clear away stuff in your environment that isn't for you anymore, or doesn't serve you, or feel like it vibes with you right anymore, the more good luck you're gonna have. Okay, because those scissors are resting on top of the spider and the spider web. So the spider web is so delicate, right? You see it flapping in the wind, and if an insect goes in there and gets trapped, those little tiny vibrations affect the whole environment for the spider. Okay, yeah. Hold on here, let's see. Now up this way, Taurus, and this is not part of the reading, it's just my big selenite crystal, so just apologize for that. But got another human teeth bone over here, kind of by itself. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you've been chewing and digesting, but then there's also some other stuff here, because you've got one tooth all the way down there, the clearing that we talked about, and the power questions or struggles, what it might be. Then you have the one here that we just talked about. Now this one is over here by itself. Okay, and then we've got a claw here, and then we've got Pegasus, the winged horse, and a mermaid. So it's like perhaps there's something here, Taurus, that you need to be chewing on and digesting. Something to do with longing for personal freedom. Something to do with personal freedom. Something to do with something you've been longing for. All of this really heavy stuff, though, if you go back to, we could call this like your homework, let's say, right, Taurus? All the shadow work, all the hard work that we do on ourselves. It's so blessed, though, remember, because the coin was just like that. Okay, so it's like, yes, blessings. Okay, so let's just move it back over. So Taurus, it's like during Pisces season, if you see this video, when I'm posting this, or before March 19th, it's like, where do I feel constricted, trapped? How do I tap into my individuality, my innate power? How do I let go of ego? How do I shed and clear things? All those things are like, yes, 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 do that. Okay, because we see it up here again. So it's like, on one hand you're doing it, but on the other hand it feels discombobulating, or it feels broken up a little bit. But it's still happening. All this clearing is still happening. All the clearing is blessed, okay? Now over here, Taurus, just so you can see. Sorry, I've got some incense marks here. We've got your cloud way over here. That's good. I like that the cloud is over there. We've got your nutmeg here, your nutmeg. We've got your seahorse. We've got some strawberries sitting on top of your apple. Okay, and then we have another horseshoe here, and then we have the butterfly. So I'm going to just flip some of them because they're kind of hard to see. So put them back kind of like that. Okay, I don't know if that's better or worse, but there we go. So again, Taurus, I like that this cloud is all the way over here. So we're clearing clouds, we're bringing more abundance into our life, but there feels like a little bit of stuff here going on, Taurus, perhaps something to do with family. So the seahorse is my symbol for family, for parents or parenting, being a parent, or taking care of parents or something here. But it doesn't feel bad. It's just kind of like could be preoccupying your mind here a little bit, something to do with family. It could be redirecting your focus from, like, one part is like what I want to manifest in my life with my career or my personal relationships, blah blah blah, whatever it is, my health, and then over here it's like the family stuff. But when we put it all together here, Taurus, this part is so beautiful. Okay, so the apple can talk about a teacher, mentor, spirit guide, right? There's something here about the details with the strawberry. So it's like going over the details with a teacher, mentor, spiritual guide, okay? Or that's you being a leader to someone else, going over details or whatever it is. But there's a lot of luck around it and protection, and it's so like transformative. Really, really nice here, Taurus. Okay, so it's like, yeah, I don't know how else to say it. Hopefully I'm saying it clearly, but yeah, it's like a teachable moment, if that makes sense. Or a couple or more than one teachable moment here. Again, getting into the details about something and doing that with a teacher, mentor or guru, and finding the luck around it and the protection, and then seeing how transformative it can be with the butterfly. So I think that that's so beautiful to kind of end your reading here with, Taurus, because you know, depending on where you're in the world right now, but you know, here in the US, right, springtime is just kind of right around the corner if we talk about like the symbol of the butterfly. But yeah, I feel like either if you're a teacher and or you could be both, or working with a teacher, going over something, some kind of details, it is protected and it is transformative. All right, so that is pretty much you know, what I have here for you, Taurus, for March. But yeah, I always love to hear from you guys in the comments on YouTube, or on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever, all the different places, if you feel guided, but you don't have to, of course. But yes, thank you for your likes and your subscriptions and your shares of this video. They're all great free ways to support the channel if you feel guided. All right, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead now and kind of switch over to the Gemini energy. All right, so we're just gonna flip this over to Gemini, and we're gonna do another sound bell and clear the energy here, maybe light a little more incense since this one is done. But yeah, thank you guys so much, Taurus. Enjoy this time period, and again, feel free to let me know how this may shape up for you. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the camera back up for a little bit on the laptop, and we're just going to kind of clear away the previous reading and balance all of that out. Now that's weird. I just picked up, and I didn't even see it. You have the balance scales there, Taurus, somewhere. That's weird. I didn't see it. I think it was around, no, it wasn't the home. Oh, wait. I think it was with the bicycle. No. I would have felt it because I know I flipped over that thing. Where did it come from? Or maybe it was still in the bowl. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know, Taurus. I'm like trying to clear your reading away and you're like, wait, my reading's still going. Yeah, I don't know. There could be something about balance within travel or with travel or finding justice when traveling. There's lots of different ways you can look at it. But since I don't know exactly where it was, we'll just kind of let that go. Alright, so let me put this back up here for a little bit. Thank you guys for your patience. Hopefully it'll stay like that. Yep. Alrighty, let's clear this out. Again, I hope everybody's doing well when you tune in and see this, day or night. But yeah. Where's my other thing? Oh, here we go. So I need my cloth. Alright. So we're going to let this kind of chill in the bag here for a little bit and bless with some crystal. And we're going to do our sound bell. Oh yes. Never forget the sound bell. And yeah, let's do a little more incense. Why not? Let's see. Okay. Excuse me, dump this one. Hold on. Let me. No? Okay. I thought I could reach it. Hold on. Alright. Oh. Okay. So this incense holder just dumped all the goo on me. I think that's what's been getting on my towel. Alrighty. Well, I guess it's going on the bottom of the towel for now. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash this. FYI, wash this later, note to self. I didn't realize that thing was so dirty. Okay. Alright. It does smell good though. Alright, there's that. Okay. Sorry guys. Alright, here we go. Let's do a little incense here to clear the energy from the previous reading. Get some nice energy flowing here. Alright. So we're just passing the bones and the charms through the smoke a little bit here. Okay. It's going to do its thing right here. Oh, steady. Okay. And let's do our sound bell here. So, great way to cleanse previous energy. Take a sip of water here. And it's a great time to kind of just check in with our bodies. Take a couple of deep breaths if we feel guided. As I drink a bunch of water. Okay, I guess I was dehydrated then. Alright. So let's go ahead and do our sound bell here. But yeah, it might be a little bit loud if you're sensitive. Just know it's just for a few minutes. Alright. Okay, so we're going to tap in now to the energy of Gemini, air sign Gemini, the twins. Alright, so see here. It's coming up for March 2024 for Gemini. Gemini. go ahead and see what's coming up here for you. So while I shake the bones and the charms, it does get a little bit loud, so just bear with me for a minute. Alright guys, thank you so much as always. Spirits, guide my hands please. Messages for air signs, Gemini, the twins, for March 2026. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for the highest good? Messages for air signs, Gemini, the twins, for March 2026. Gemini. Spirit, guide my hands please. Messages for air sign, Gemini, the twins, for March 2026. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini for March 2026. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini for March 2024. What do they need to see? Messages for Gemini. Air sign Gemini for 2024. March. For March. Messages for Gemini for March 2024. Messages for Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Gemini. Alright. Interesting. But a lot of stuff going around there, Gemini. Alright. Let's put that over there. Okay. Let's flip a couple of them that I can do on their own without disturbing others as far as the charms go. We're also going to take our picture here in just a second. Okay. That's okay. I'll flip this one. Okay, I think that's pretty good, Gemini. Alright, so let's go ahead and take your picture and we shall get started. Okay. I will be posting the timestamps later, of course, after the live is done for some people who just want Gemini or just want Taurus. Alright. But yeah, give me a few moments here to figure out where Spirit wants me to start the reading. Okay. Okay. They want to start like right here. Yeah. Alright, we will do that. So now I'll go ahead and take the camera off and hold it with one hand so you can see the bones and charms much better. Okay, so we're going to kind of start like right over here. So hopefully the camera will focus as best as it can in a few seconds here. But yeah, Gemini, I felt really gravitated to start where this raccoon penis bone is and also the baby. Okay, and it's funny, the baby's kind of turned the opposite way, so we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, first of all here, Gemini, we see your first raccoon penis bone, this long one here, and really beautifully inside where it's curved. we have the snake vertebrae, and underneath this raccoon penis bone we do have the chair. Okay, so the chair can be a symbol for the house or for the home. Okay, so it's like a lot of beautiful kind of supportive energy here, Gemini, in the home or around the home. It could be, you know, whatever you consider your support system, your friends, family, you know, lover, mental health care worker, etc., right? It could even be your spiritual team, could be part of your support or your home as well. But it's really beautiful because this home and the chair is supporting that masculine kind of more you know, aggressive kind of energy that may show up in the 3D world. But really beautiful support. You know, you want to see support within the home. Yeah, so that's kind of where they wanted me to start. So who wouldn't want that, right? Now over here we got a lot of interesting stuff. The way that these fell is so beautiful. Excuse me, Gemini. But basically we have the turkey bone, wishbone here, and inside of it is one of the human teeth bones. We've got the snake rib bone here, okay, and it's resting on top of another raccoon penis bone, okay, and of course then the baby is on top. If you got your star here, or your sun, that's more of a sun, I guess. Over here we've got a lock, and then we've got the turtle, right? So looks like here, Gemini, that there could be something that you've been wishing for, really chewing over and digesting about how to let go of some kind of constrictive energy, okay? Because when we were talking about the snake vertebrae, not the vertebrae, the snake rib bone, we think about our ribs, we think about breathing or constricting, right? And it's next to the lock. So the lock could be like stagnant energy. So you are thinking and wishing and chewing over, how can I breathe more? How can I let go of this kind of stagnant energy? And it could be here, Gemini, is really interesting. You've got your nutmeg and then your buckeye over here. So it could be small money, could be big money, right? It doesn't have to just be money. It's whatever you are manifesting in your life or someone else's life, or just in your general environment situation, right? But it could be that when you or someone else with the energy, you know, turns away from this inner child energy, because I really wanted the baby to be looking up. It's like I'm trying to think of the way to say it. If you or someone else with the energy is not open to inner child work, or embracing your inner child, or not embracing the youthful kind of passionate energy, then it's going to lead to like smaller abundance. Okay, but you still have the big abundance right there, and there's lots of other cool stuff under it that we'll get into. But you do have the symbol for masculine energy underneath here, the raccoon penis bone. So it makes me feel like it's saying here, Gemini, basically no small potatoes, right? It's like, if you're going to be a masculine, and when we say masculine and feminine, everyone has both, right? Regardless of gender. We're just talking about energy. If you're going to be masculine, why would you be the smaller one? If you're going to be a nut, why would you be the smaller one, right? So if we're going to tap into that masculine energy, both of those big raccoon penis bones that you started off with, if there's something we want to be fertile in our life and plant the seeds and watch it grow, right? And we're talking about metaphors here, not necessarily having kids, if that's not something you don't want, right? But it's like go big or go home. I feel like the turtle is separate over here because it's like the opposite here for you, Gemini. Usually Gemini, I say this with love because I have a lot of friends that are Geminis and know people, and Gemini is the opposite of my sun sign, Sagittarius. So they can be, because Mercury is their ruler, they think really fast, they talk really fast, they talk a lot, right? So it's almost like normally you would be told to slow down, but here in this case it's like, no, don't slow down. if that makes sense. It's like, don't be a small masculine energy when you can be a big masculine energy. Don't be small potatoes when you can be big potatoes. Okay. I want to move this over though and see kind of what's underneath here. Okay, beautiful. So we've got the witch over here, all right, and she was kind of right on top of the leaf, okay, symbol for fall or something being cleared away. So there could be a friend here. This is my friend symbol, Gemini, that wants to help you do some clearing, or there could be a friend coming in the fall or something about fall season wherever you are in the world that can lead to more abundance, right? Because again, that Buckeye was right there. Now, Gemini, there is some type of message. I'm going to flip this over so you can see it. Okay, so that's the symbol for a letter. Okay, so there's kind of some type of letter, message, document that could come from somebody in a position of authority or has a lot of confidence, because we have the crown written next to it. But this message, whatever it is, can lead to a lot of beautiful ideas here. Also with the thunderbolt here. Now we have the ship anchor here as well. So that is dropping your anchor, finding your safety, but also your freedom. So you could again get this message sometime in March here, Gemini, from somebody in a position of power of authority or has a lot of confidence, that's helping you with some type of ideas, and it's also making you more strong. So if we flip this over, this is Leo the lion. Okay, so Leo the lion, I'm gonna put him back the way it was. He was like inside of these two hands here. Okay, so it's almost like that. Okay, so Leo the lion, Leo energy, Leo season, a Leo person, Leo somewhere in your chart or someone's chart, or just the general characteristics of Leo is that courage, that strength, creativity, right? Fire energy. It could be here, Gemini, that there is something that you've been striving for that has something to do or is blessed by the spirit world, because you have this skeleton hand that was touching the inside of the lion's head, and also the alligator claw. Okay, so something reaching, you're striving for, that the spiritual team is, your spiritual team is also blessing. Okay, and it has something possibly to do with your dreams, goals, and aspirations. We got the symbol for Sagittarius down here, pulling back that arrow, finding what you're striving for, pulling the arrow back and letting it hit the target, right? But it's like all this ancestry energy with the coffin here, with the skeleton hand, people passed on, loved ones, friends, family, or further back in your ancestry line, or just your spiritual team, really like rooting here for you. Okay, Gemini, now if we move this over, I want to see what's under the skeleton hand. I see the fork, I see the book, and I see the rope, right? So this is so nice, Gemini. It's like the spiritual team here has knowledge for you about something to do with your diet. It could be a physical diet, it could be a mental diet, it could be a spiritual diet, or all of the above. But it's like some type of ending, new beginning is going to be supported by focusing on these diet kind of aspects. And again, there is some type of knowledge or ideas that come from your spiritual team. I'm just flipping over the book there. Okay. Now, also there could be some individual here. It may be aspects of you, but it could be somebody else with this hummingbird here. That's like, the more knowledge you have about being who you really are and not caring about other people or caring about ego, the more that you tap into that knowledge or that person or that aspect or energy, it's going to bring a lot of peace here, and it's going to quiet the masculine energy. So it's like the beginning of the month here, Gemini, lots of masculine energy, lots of things maybe happening in the 3D physical world, and then more mid-month. Okay, if I move over this raccoon penis bone, okay, right underneath it, if you can see, is the doves. Okay, so that's the kissing doves. Okay, it can represent love, but also more represents this kind of peaceful energy. So because the raccoon penis bone was sitting so delicately on top, it's quieting some of that masculine energy to just take a break, right? If you've been striving really hard for certain things here, Gemini, with the support within the home, trying to trying to let go of stagnant energy and let go of restrictive energy, find your happiness, figure out, how do I get back with my inner child, all those things that we kind of talked about. It's like then when you get over here mid-month, you've got again your spiritual team here with the coffin, with this bow and arrow resting on top of the coffin. Now the coffin bow and arrow is actually pointing to the dog ankle bone here. You can see on some of them I actually wrote where they were when I was still learning. So it's like pointing to flexibility here, Gemini. The more that you can be flexible, this is going to bring you more happiness and something that you've really been longing for here, Gemini. I'm just flipping the star over so you can see it. So there could also be something here, Gemini, that you need to step out of your safety zone. That's what is feeling more over here, where like normally everybody would say, Gemini, you need to calm down, right? It's like the opposite, Gemini, of what you would normally tell a Gemini, right? And I say that with love, because again, I know a lot of Gemini's friends, family, and it's opposite sign of my sun sign. So it's like here though, they want you to cut away your safety zone, your comfort zone. Okay, so you got the scissors touching the safety pin here. There is some type of leap of faith that your spiritual team really wants you to make, and if you do this, you will have more freedom. So the frog is touching, okay, over here, the handcuffs, and written on the handcuffs is the word freedom, right? Now on top of this here, Gemini, we see that this could be for some of you guys freedom from family burdens. Okay, so if I move over the skull, the cranium, the head, right, that's what could be weighing heavily on someone's mind. Underneath that, underneath the head and underneath the handcuffs, we've got the why can't I talk today? Sorry. The seahorse, okay? So the seahorse represents family for me. So you can talk about parents or being a parent. So it could be like burden, like family burdens. That's what kept coming through, okay? So we'll just kind of move this back the way it was. So it could be that you've been striving for a long time here, Gemini. I'm going to turn that down, to indeed let go of these family burdens, and you want to strive something more about your dreams of travel. Okay, I don't know what travel is like so important so far in these March readings. Maybe for some people, again, here in the US, right, it's still winter, so it's maybe like, I'm just really dreaming about traveling. It could be actual something to do with transportation or a vehicle, or it's just something about water, about this healing water energy that you could have been and are like chewing over and kind of digesting, and how that can fit in with your dreams here with the dragonfly. All right. I knew your reading was going to be long, Gemini, but that's okay. Like I said, I love my Geminis. There is something going on over here. Let's see what's under the angel coin, okay? So that's your angel coin, Gemini. Now, underneath it is, funny, Cupid is an angel, right? He's an angel too. Okay, double angel energy. That's really cool. Now, this double energetic and angelic is what I meant to say. Angelic energy here, both sides, Gemini, really want you to listen to something here. And then right over here we had the mountain. Okay, so just to kind of put it back the way it was like the Cupid is pointing to the mountain. Okay, so the mountains are challenges. So it's like, listen to the challenges. Maybe it's saying here, Gemini, to embrace the challenges instead of slowing down like people tell you. It's like, no, speed up. I don't know. I just keep hearing speed up, Gemini. This transformative energy here is going to bring you answers. Okay. You've got the butterfly and the key over here. Now, if we go back this way, we've got, looks like the bee here touching the 4-leaf clover. So the bee is personal power, individuality, okay, serving the queen, but also individually, you know, you make the honey as well, right? So a lot of like good luck around here as well. But there is something here, Gemini, that possibly you are not seeing or someone doesn't want you to see, okay? Because we have the yes and no coin, it's featured on the no, and it looks like an angel, right? It's got wings for sure. And it's, you know, on top of it is this, what we call the cat's eye. So cats see more than the human eye can see. So there could be, you know, something that someone doesn't want you to see. Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish, guys, if you're watching live. Just turning up the music here. So yeah, it's like you could be not listening in a different kind of way. So if we flip over this is another seashell here. So seashells represent feminine energy, right? But also, if there's something that you're not seeing or something that someone doesn't want you to see about your own personal power or individuality, that needs to be cleared away, okay? Because it's also resting on top of the broom. Now I want to see if there's anything under here. Yes. Okay, so just remember that's the no. We had that there. So underneath the no, we've got the bat, the elephant, and the yin yang. Okay, so it's like memories here, some kind of collective memory. Bats, echolocation, working as a team, collective memory about peace, some kind of collective memory. Not peace per se, but about balance, some type of collective memory about balance. Collective memory about balance that doesn't want to be seen. Oh, I feel like it's family stuff, Gemini. Going back to your seahorse over here underneath your head. What's weighing heavily on your mind, and the freedom and the constriction with the handcuffs. Could be some kind of collective family DNA type of memories that are wrong, that are, maybe not wrong is the right word, that are in the past they could have brought balance and peace, but they don't anymore. It's like breaking generational curses here. Oh, look what's under the cat's eye. I didn't even see. Forgot to check. Look, guys. Woo! Ooh, child. Okay, this is right in line with what we were talking about, though, Gemini. So it's like, when you say no to this kind of family or community, and what is family, right? It is blood family. It could be a tribe of your people, friends, family, etc. Whatever family or community means to you, whatever that community, family, memory, it's like the universe, spirit guides, angels are like, no. What you're not seeing is that there's still freedom that can be found. There's still clearing that can be found. So again, letting go of generational curses here in some way. What's so beautiful over here, though, Gemini, is that you've got the spider and the spider web, which was also touching the broom. If we move that, we've got your lucky rabbit's foot and all this other stuff over here that we're going to talk about, but not yet, because it kind of wanted me to go this way first. Even though this clearing and this breaking of generational curses or community memory, right, this is some heavy shit right here, Gemini, not gonna lie, but it's good stuff. We all have to do it. So it's like when that clearing happens, there's still freedom around, and there's still protection. There's protection right here above it. This is the Norse symbol for protection. And what do we do when we move that over? So beautiful, Gemini. You got money bags, first of all, sitting on top. Hello. Let's go in there. Money bags sitting on top. And underneath, Gemini, you have the lizard. Okay? So lizards is healing. So there's protection and healing and possibly even money in abundance that can happen when this clearing happens. And there's freedom around it too, right? Because we know that Pegasus, the flying horse, is underneath the cat eye. Now here, we also had Gemini, Libra energy with balanced scales, was touching the mermaid. The mermaid's very close or not touching, almost touching Saturn energy. Saturn energy was touching Pisces energy. Pisces energy is touching the strawberry, which is touching the bee. All right, so protection, abundance around. When there's balance restored, longing for balance being restored, it brings more of this Pisces energy here, Gemini. It could be referencing a Pisces person, Pisces season, Pisces somewhere in your chart, or just more, it brings in more creativity, more flow, going with the flow, seeing the fish here back and forth, yin and yang flowing, right? That flow around this more harsher and stern Saturn energy that we have throughout the whole year for everyone for 2024. Yippity. I say that with love. But yeah, it's like more, the more that you can go with the flow here, Gemini, it brings the details into your individual power again. I like that. I like that a lot. Now let's go down here. Move over your little rabbit's foot. Okay. So the rabbit's foot was like that, right? Something like that. We're just going to move him over. Him, she, they over. Okay. Oh, wow. One of your teeth bones went all the way off the mat here. That's another human teeth bone. There could be... We'll come back to that. Something that you should be thinking about. Maybe you're not. Maybe Spirit wants you to redirect your focus. But let's start over here. So when this clearing happens and we realize we let go of generational curses or community memory or whatever, the Spirit's like, no more. This clearing affects our whole environment. Again, the spider web, every little line on the spider web sends a vibration throughout. This is bringing in some nice Capricorn energy. Could be Capricorn person, Capricorn season, Capricorn somewhere in your chart, or just brings in this beautiful, hard-working kind of Capricorn energy, that the way that I think of Capricorn. Okay, and so this can bring a female teacher. Okay, we've got the symbol for female, and we've got symbol for female. The apple's resting on top. Okay, and then the apple's laying on top of the cup. We also have the horseshoe, okay, for good luck, resting on top of that, and then some other stuff. So hold on here, Gemini. It's like when we get into this hardworking Capricorn stern energy, embracing the Saturn energy throughout the year, not just in March, it brings this beautiful feminine teacher energy around emotions. It could be someone's teaching you here about emotions, or you're teaching someone else here about some type of emotions. But it's a lot of good luck. It's a lot of prosperity as well with the fish here. I like this too, Gemini. I'm going to flip it over. It's like your question mark is upside down. It was like that, but just on the other way. So you got another symbol here for water and emotions. 2 water. So towards the end of the month here, really even maybe going past March and into April, Gemini, a lot of emotional teaching moments, teacher moments. Instead of having a question mark, it makes the questions go away. That's why it's reversed. It's like now there's more pieces to the puzzle. You got the puzzle piece there, and it brings this beautiful air element. That's you, Gemini. It's like clearing. It's just so beautiful. And there's all this, remember, good luck blessing all of this because it's sitting on top. Okay? So again, one of the main takeaways here, Gemini, is like, don't slow down. Okay, all these things that you're striving for, this good luck, this horseshoe, excuse me, and the ladybug, keep striving. There's something you may still need to be thinking about, but I'm not sure. It could be that you're maybe that's what it is. Okay, now I know what it is, Gemini. Now I'm thinking it all together. Because you started off with the 2 raccoon penis bones, all this masculine energy in the 3D world. The tooth all the way over here and the cloud here. It's like clearing away too much chewing and too much thinking. Goodbye. Put it out there. It was all the way out there. So too much thinking. Gemini, we know that we can do that, right? Or where you have Gemini in your chart. Ruled by Mercury, thinking, talking fast. Instead, Spirit wants you to act fast more in the 3D physical world. More in your physical body. If that makes sense. That was like that. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of the way to say it if it's not already clear, Gemini. It's like, trusting more what your body is telling you. Remember, that's what the skeleton hand, your spiritual team, was on top of your fork and the book, right? So what is your spiritual diet? What are you feeding yourself? What is your physical diet? What is your mental diet? Right? So putting all that mental chewing teeth stuff all the way out here in its place, and maybe focusing more on the physical body, focusing more on the spiritual and less on the mental. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, Gemini. I hope that was helpful for you and there was something that you got from it. Always feel free to let me know in the comments if you feel guided. And thank you guys so much for all your support, for sharing the video with others that you think may be interested, for giving it a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube, for subscribing on YouTube. They're all great free ways to support the channel here if you feel guided, since I am doing these readings for free. I am always open for personal readings as well. You can book on my website, and I do FaceTime and Zoom readings and all that. So anyway, thank you guys so much as always. Thank you, Gemini. Enjoy this time period. Let me put this back up here for a moment. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow. We'll continue on in the normal order of the signs. So we just did Gemini, so tomorrow we'll be doing Cancer, Leo, and keep going forward through the signs that way. All right. So thank you guys as always. Thank you for your energy and your support in any way. And I will see you guys later. All right. Bye.